we had some technical difficulty there. So I'll repeat a little bit of what I said. This is where you start this little town. If you are a human or half-elf, druid, or ranger, these are nature guys. If you're a druid, they're going to drop you down in this little church here, and if you press the I button, it'll bring up your inventory. This shows your character's equipment and the stuff you have that you're carrying around with you. They give you one backpack to start out with. Back in my day, and you'll hear a lot of this back in my day talk, they only gave you like 5 food and 5 drink and like a stack of bandages to start. That's common, it doesn't matter what class you choose. You get this backpack with this starting stuff. You'll get a weapon, but this is going to, of course, be a weapon you're going to want to quickly replace because it's not that great. This here's your guild note, and it says, if I read it, life, its heart lies deep in the woods and forests of Norath. The heart of Jagged Pine must be preserved, or else all life shall wither and rot. Join the Jagged Pine tree folk, not to save yourself, but to save Norath. Take this note to Tanara, the master of the woods. She will guide you on your new journey. Alright, so the way that you're going to pick up an item is with the left click tab. See, it's stuck to my cursor. And then you're going to give the item to the person you intend to by left clicking on them. You can see you can give up to 4 items or stacks of items at a time depending on what quest you're trying to do. And that's how you initiate trade with both player characters and non-player, that is computer generated characters like this one. I'm going to go ahead and give the note to the guild master, and she's going to give me the Drygrass tunic. 2 armor class. Wow, I'm going to be completely safe from all harm. Alright, so yeah, this is basic newbie gear that you get. Level 1, you have a couple of spells, and you really need, luckily, when you're first starting out, you won't have the option of completing your, because see, alright, so at level 1 you're going to get several more spells. You already have access to them, but you need to buy these spell scrolls from merchants, and you start out with 0 money at all. So, and nothing that they give you to begin with, none of the stuff that they hook you up with can be sold to a merchant. It all, once you outgrow this stuff, which you will very quickly, you might as well just destroy it, because you can't sell it to a merchant. This backpack cannot be sold to a merchant. Most people end up, if nothing else, using it in their bank, so that you don't have to spend another 6 gold on another regular backpack. But until you graduate to bigger bags, which you probably won't need for a while, it's still useful. But the other stuff, the food and drink, you're going to go through within a few hours of playing. And the bandages, if you use Bind Wound, they'll be gone before you can blink. So they give you very little to start with. When you come out here in the Kinos Hills, you want to be careful what you attack. Snakes are cool, but there's an NPC out here named Holly Windstalker, and she's I can't remember if she's a ranger or a druid, but basically she's another nature lover like you. Unfortunately, there's some furry animals out here, like wolves and bears, that will attack you even if you don't attack them. But either way, if she finds you in combat with one of those, she will kill you, and she is very high level and will wipe the floor with you. So you need to be very careful what you attack. This thing right here might be tempting. Oh, look at that thing. I'll attack that. No, that would kill. It does a lot of damage. And you only have 31 hit points when you start. So you want to make sure you consider what you get into a fight with. So I'm hitting C after I target this guy, and it tells me that it's an even fight. So I'm going to start attacking him. So I didn't buff myself yet, but you see there's a bar over here for your buffs. I can even buff in combat. The way I would do that, this is a little more advanced, but I might as well show you. You have a tab button where, okay, well he's done now. So if I hit tab, it'll target me if I don't have a target. If I'm fighting a monster and I hit tab, it will also target me. And then if I hit tab again while I'm fighting that monster, it will toggle back to targeting the monster. So tab is very useful. Pop my skin like wood on here. And so this is a buff that I gave myself that it boosts my hit points by, looks like about 11 hit points, and it gives me a little bit more AC. I think it gave me like 2 AC. So this is your armor class, this is your hit points, this is your mana. So it tells me I have 24 mana points. So I just used some of those to cast my spell, and you see they're slowly coming back now. There's a natural regeneration when you're healthy that you'll get here, but if you run out of food or water, then these eventually will stop regenerating and you will be pretty anemic until you can replace your food and drink supply. So here's another king snake. These are good to get out here because, like I said, I'm pretty sure Holly's not going to attack you for fighting these guys. And you can see we're already at half of a yellow bubble. If you leave your mouse on here, it tells me I'm at 11% of progress between level 1 and level 2. So I didn't spend much time in town talking to NPCs. I just turned in my newbie scroll with the guild master and got the faction and everything from that, and the experience. And I came out here and I started getting things that look like even fights that aren't bears or wolves. I don't think there's any level 1 bears, but anyway, by the time you get to level 3 or 4, you might be able to feel like you can take on a little bear, but don't do it out here. There's other newbie zones where you don't have that problem, but in this particular one, Holly Windstalker, she walks the walk on the whole befriend animal thing. There's an NPC out in this zone that drops a very valuable item. There's a monster. Her name is like Jin or something. It's a female gnome, I think necromancer, I want to say. And pretty sure she spawns. There's like an undead little camp where undead things like skeletons will spawn, and I'm pretty sure that she spawns over there.